What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I gotta be 100% honest with you guys. Normally, I'm a chill person. I joke, I laugh, I try to make you guys laugh. I'm creative, try to come up with graphics and stuff that are eye catching. And then you also have this side of me. I have this switch where I really get irritated with the bullshit we deal with as fans. And this is the version you're getting. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something in the Philadelphia air. I don't know if Team Garcia is intentionally trying to piss people off. But now, the fight that we didn't even want to see with Danny Garcia and Rod Salka, the infamous, it has been renegotiated to a catch weight of 142 pounds. So they were supposed to fight at 140. I don't know if Danny Garcia is way off the mark and not coming down in weight enough. And the fight is in August. So they renegotiated like, hey, Salka. And the bullshit about that and the reason why it's so bothersome to me is because to begin with, this isn't a fight that we wanted to see. To begin with, not many people are giving Rod Salka any chance. This is a guy coming up from a lighter division, going in against a guy who can punch, a guy who's a good counter puncher and has way more pro level big fight experience. He's fought Eric Morales twice. Eric Morales has a good crowd fanfare. He fought Amir Khan, and he also fought Zab Judah in the Barclays and in Brooklyn. So that's big fight experience in my book. He also fought Lucas Matisse on the Mayweather Canelo undercard, which did record-breaking numbers. And he even fought in his homeland of Puerto Rico against Mauricio Herrera. So much bigger experience with big fights. And you got a guy coming up in weight. Nobody craved for this fight. Nobody's asking for the fight. And Al Heyman, Golden Boy, Showtime, whoever is responsible, it's like a spit in the face. You're giving us these bullshit fucking fights. And you're putting fighters we want to see fight each other on the same card. Like, I understand if it was back in the day, Nonito Donaire and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux was only like, let's say, 8 fights into his pro career. So if they threw him on a Nonito undercard, that's cool because that will help build the fight. You don't have to build a fight with the lineal champion. Danny Garcia is the lineal champion. Lamont Peterson is a respected fighter. So there's nothing to build. People want to see the best fight the best. If Danny Garcia is soon to vacate 140, why not see him leave with a bang? You know what I mean? Fight a Lucas Matisse rematch. Fight a Mauricio Herrera rematch. Fight a brand new fighter in Lamont Peterson. Because Matisse knocked him out in 3 doesn't mean you will. And that's one of the fucked up things in boxing. People always want to take fighter A's accomplishments and credit fighter B. Like, oh, Terrence Crawford beat Gamboa, so Broner beats Gamboa, or whoever the person is. Because Terrence Crawford does whatever he does to Gamboa doesn't mean that Broner or anybody else will be able to do the same thing, because we're all unique. We're all different fighters. What if Crawford had a better chin than Broner, or better conditioning, or he's just slicker, or the fact that he went from orthodox to a southpaw stance fuck Gamboa up? And what if Broner can't do that? You know what I mean? There's a lot of variables. So Danny Garcia, Rod Salka is a mismatch in my book and a lot of people's book. And I've already made several videos about that. Now, to top it off, this dude is fighting at 2 pounds over the initial contracted limit. And we already know what time it is. Chavez Jr. did the same bullshit. Canelo's done it. And it is what it is. Like, but it's annoying as a fan, because at least when Canelo did it, he was fighting a big puncher, Alfredo Angulo, El Perro, and he was fighting a Edeslani Lora, a respected number 2 guy in the division, or number 1, or whatever you rank Edeslani Lora in the division at the time. It was a respected opponent. So it was a little bit different in those circumstances. Even the Chavez Jr. Brian Vera fight, Brian Vera was at least like a known name. You know what I'm saying? He had somewhat of a name in the department. Unlike Rod Salka, when it was announced, people were like, who? Scratching their head and shit. So we already didn't give this motherfucker any chance to beat Danny Garcia. And on top of that, he's going to have to battle Danny Garcia having a weight advantage going to 142. So it's obvious and it's apparent it's something to do with Team Garcia and Garcia camp, and they can't make weight or whatever the situation, because there's no reason. If you're on track to make weight, why the fuck are you going to renegotiate for a higher weight limit? It just doesn't make sense unless you're worried about cutting too much weight. And Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia lied to the public because they actually said that, yeah, Danny could make 140 no problem. Like, obviously he can't make 140 no problem because you wouldn't have to renegotiate the weight. So maybe his ego got big, no pun intended, and he's been eating good, you know what I mean, just enjoying his newfound lifestyle with more money and more notoriety. But this is just bullshit, man. And again, this was already a fight we didn't want to see. Now who wants to see it with Garcia having a supreme weight advantage? What will Garcia gain if he knocks out Rod Salka? Like, I don't give him any props. He could go out there and ding ding and knock out Rod Salka in the first 2 seconds of the first round, and I'm not giving him shit. I'm not giving him any credit at all, because it was a bullshit fight to begin with. Then you pull this, you know what I mean? And I'm getting sick of these mismatches. Lucas Matisse is fighting Perez, a fight we don't want to see. They're talking about Broner, Emmanuel Taylor, a fight we don't want to see. And I understand, like, high risk, low reward. I understand the business and shit, but this is not what I grew up on with boxing. Like, people being divas and, oh, let's see how much money you can make without fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? People often bring Floyd Mayweather and credit him to it. He's still old in the sport, you know what I mean? Considered old for the sport of boxing. And he's still fighting guys who are bigger than him. Like Maidana, who can crack and we know can hurt guys. Same thing with Pacquiao. If you look at Pacquiao versus Rios didn't have to be as easy as it was for him. That's Pacquiao being a skilled fighter is why that fight looked the way it did. You know what I mean? Or fighting Timothy Bradley, a respected champion. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Rod Salka fighting the lineal champion. Now he's fighting at 142. This is like, it's a shock to me. I'm so glad they didn't put this on like any kind of pay-per-view or as an undercard, because they would have horrible ratings, and it still might. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is egregious that this is even happening, and I'm so annoyed right now. And I think Danny Garcia, I've always came to bat for him. I like him. I still like him as a fighter, but I really, really feel Al Heyman or Angel or Team Garcia, whatever, making decisions like this and back-to-back decisions like this is doing him no justice, because he's a tough kid. He's had a tough schedule, and he's actually going backwards. Like, you become a champion. You work this hard to become a champion. You don't get to, like, kick your feet up like, oh, I've arrived. I'm a champion now. Now I get to fight bums. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Mike Tyson, I don't know off the top of my head, but he fought like 15 to 19 people in the first year, just knocking them out. People couldn't withstand that Tyson power. They were bums. They were just tomato cans. But they were grown men, and they were built for and put there for one reason: give Tyson confidence in his ability and his punching power and everything, and make him ferocious in the machine that you've seen him turn out to be. And give him just some pro level experience with conditioning and going rounds and stuff like that, because experience is huge, as I mentioned in several videos. So that's why that occurred. But when a fighter like Danny Garcia, his career is almost like Benjamin Button, the movie with Brad Pitt, where he grows up and he's already old as a kid. He looks old, and then the older he gets in real life, the younger he looks. Like, it's like Danny Garcia has a Benjamin Button career and is operating in reverse. He had a tough ass schedule. No one believed in him against Eric Morales. Then he beat him. Then, due to a rematch clause, he fought him again. He fought Zab Judah. People said it was a stylistically horrible fight. He fought Amir Khan before Zab Judah. They said, oh, there's no way he'll beat Amir Khan. Amir Khan's better. Then he beat him. Fought Zab Judah. Then he fought Lucas Matisse. They're like, you're about to get knocked out. It's on the Mayweather card. He had the balls to do it. Then he beat him. Fought Mauricio Herrera. I thought he should have lost. They said he won. And now he's fighting Rod Salka. So it's like you're constantly moving in reverse. Even the Mauricio Herrera fight, and that's my dude. Herrera lost to Kareem Mayfield. You're the lineal champion. and you beat Matisse, why couldn't you have fought Kareem Mayfield at that time? You know what I mean? There was no reason. Now it may not make sense because Kareem just took another loss at the hands of Manuel Taylor. But it really feels like Garcia's career is moving rapidly in reverse, and people are losing respect for him. Like, fuck all that Latin Goonie shit and the music and stuff. I'm here for boxing. I know you because boxing. I don't listen to your music. That's not me. So I just can't respect these types of mismatches for no reason when there's people in the division. It'd be one thing if there was no one at 140, or it was just all the good 140 fighters are at top rank and we knew those matches couldn't be made because of the Cold War. That would be one thing. But that's not even the case. Golden Boy has working relationships or can work with the people who are talented at 140, and or they have them in their stable. So there's no excuse for these fights. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like the video as always. Hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.